Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy TNL, and today we are talking about why capturing attention is now seemingly the most important skill that you can have in modern life, in modern day. Because have you noticed that there's something strange about the world right now? It feels like everyone's fighting for your attention. Whether it's an app competing for it, whether it's an ad competing for it, whether it's creators competing for it. Even your friends can compete for your attention. Every notification, every video, every headline, whether it's an article or whatever, is trying to pull you in somewhere. And the result is something that's subtle, but it's very, very powerful. You know, Attention has become the most valuable currency in modern life. Not just in money, not just in information, but attention. Think about it. The companies that dominate the world today aren't just selling products, but they're capturing your attention. Social media platforms, streaming services, news cycles, even gambling apps and prediction markets, they all operate on the same model. If they can keep you looking, they can keep you engaged. They can keep you buying. And if they can keep you engaged for long enough, they win. That's simply their goal. But attention isn't just valuable for companies, right? It's valuable for individuals too as well. Because in the crowded world, the people who capture attention and hold it have an enormous advantage. Think about it. Streamers, Kai Cenat, Neon, um, whoever you want to think of right now, right? Marlon, whatever. If you can communicate clearly, if you can make people curious, if you can explain an idea in a way that makes someone stop scrolling for a moment and stays with you and just watches and takes it all in, you gain something very powerful. You might be asking, what am I gaining? What are they gaining? Influence. Look at how people are shaping culture today. Not all of them are maybe the smartest, right? Not all of them maybe have the best ideas. Maybe their ideas crash and burn sometimes, but they know how to present an idea in a way that people will actually listen to it. They understand something that's very simple. Information alone doesn't move people all the time, right? But attention does. Attention on what they're doing, attention on that person, it doesn't matter. And the interesting part about it is we've never had more information available than we do right now. But at the same time, we've never had less patience to absorb it because, with the short form content and, just reality today, it's so much, you're consuming information so much faster. And so you can have a lot less patience maybe than you used to. Maybe watching movies harder than it used to be because it's so long and drawn out. You might be just more used to maybe a YouTube video, 20-minute, 10-minute YouTube video. People skim through things, people scroll, people swipe. Ideas are competing with thousands of others every single minute of the day. So the skill that matters isn't just knowing something, right? It's knowing how to communicate it in a way that people care about. But this whole thing creates a sort of tension, right? Because attention can be captured in, one of two ways. And the first way is manipulation. It can have a shock factor. It can cause a lot of outrage. Maybe it's stirring up some drama. Things that provoke immediate reactions, right? And you see this everywhere. And if you use or have ever used Twitter, you literally see it every second when you're scrolling. It's literally just to make you angry about something. It's just people's opinions. They're very sporadic opinions. Content designed to make you angry, content designed to make you panic, content designed to keep you emotionally hooked. And while it captures your attention, right, it can rarely create understanding, a very long term understanding. The second way is way harder, right? It requires clarity. You have to present ideas that are thoughtful, meaningful, and or genuinely interesting. You have to earn someone's focus. And in a world where attention is constantly pulled by others in, thousands of little tiny directions, earning it becomes incredibly valuable. And this is why communication has such a powerful, it's become such a powerful skill. If you can explain complex ideas simply to people, if you can speak in a way that makes people pause and really think, really, try to understand where you're coming from and all the factors and things behind it. If you can express something that people feel but haven't articulated yet, you stand out. And not because you're louder than the person before, but because you're more clear with your words, you're more clear with your understanding. And clarity is very rare right now because a lot of things are very fake that you see on the internet. People talk a lot, but they often say very little. So the individuals who can organize their thoughts and who can speak calmly, who can capture attention without having this insane chaos dragged along with it, become very extremely valuable. But there's another side to this. You can also, you also have to protect your attention, your own attention. Because the same systems that reward people for capturing attention also try to take yours constantly, back to back, every single day. Your focus is being competed for every second of the day. And if you don't guard it carefully, you lose control over where your mind goes. And it can go to very scary, dangerous places, man. So maybe the real skill of this era is twofold, learning how to capture attention when you speak and learning how to protect attention when you listen. Because attention tends to shape everything. What you think about, what you believe, what you build, and over time, what you become. The people who control attention influence the world, is what I'm trying to say. But the people who control their own attention control their lives. Thank you for tuning in. This is TNL. I appreciate y'all. Always try to control your life the best you can.